One thing that I'm really happy about is the team that we've got. Kevin is just amazing at driving. He's an amazing race mechanic, and his ability to look at data and see what's really happening with the car on the track is better than anyone I've ever seen. Could not pick a better person to work with. We have an excellent videographer. Pound does an incredible job, and I just feel very, very fortunate to be a part of it.
Acuity Instruments is competing in time attack events at Gridlife 2019. Gridlife hosts various racing events that appeal to all car enthusiasts alike, from professional racing teams to the DIY enthusiasts looking to push their project cars to the limit on the best racing courses across the United States. Kevin Boehm is our driver for the season. Acuity has helped refresh his one-of-a-kind Type R swapped Civic coupe with a new livery, our short shifter, a unique intake system, and more to make this car competitive on track.
This morning, the first thing that I'm going to do now that we're at the track is I'm going to check over the car a little bit to just go over and make sure everything still is working the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to inspect the suspension, make sure everything's tight, check the brakes, make sure the pads are still wearing fine. I was smelling a little bit of axle grease on the right front yesterday, so I'm going to check the boots and make sure everything still looks fine. It's basically just a once-over before the day starts so that I can guarantee that the car is going to function through the rest of the day without having to work too hard. Yesterday, the car really performed great. We showed up with the wrong ECU tune in the car, so we were down on power, but I was able to quickly troubleshoot that, and we were fine for the rest of the day. We posted some really fast times. I'm still learning the Toyo tire that we have to run in the track mod, but I'm hitching away at it, and we're getting a little faster and a little faster, so I'm hoping to improve a little bit more today.
Kevin's lap times progressively improved throughout the weekend. After the first 2 sessions, he became the fastest front-wheel drive car in Track Modified, bumping him up to Group A Track Mod for the remainder of the weekend. Kevin's ability to adapt and optimize the car's performance stems from his unique expertise in technical data analysis.
Driving the car on the track, I'm not only just trying to drive as fast as the car can go, but I'm really trying to analyze the weaknesses of the car. What that really means is when I go to a turn or a brake zone or wherever it is on the track, I'm really trying to feel what the car is doing and what I would want it to do to make it be able to do whatever it's doing a little better. That's pretty general because I'm doing that every single spot on the track, all the way around the track for the entire session. Once that's done, I sort of have this mental idea of what I want to change. I'll take a quick glance at the data and make sure what I was feeling is logical and makes sense and kind of prove that it's real. It's really about just trying to feel what the limitations are and just making little iterative adjustments to slowly iron those away.
We didn't really know what to expect coming to Gridlife. We didn't know exactly what we'd be up against. Last year when they ran at Mid-Ohio though, it was raining. So we didn't have a good gauge for exactly how those drivers would compare on dry track, especially on Mid-Ohio that's such a challenging course in the rain. We really came here not trying to expect anything. It was more of a baseline to figure out what we needed to do for the rest of the season to become competitive. We came here, we were underpowered, about 100 horsepower short of what we expected to arrive with. We should remedy that before the next event.
We're going to take the car back to the shop and we're going to do a little bit of maintenance, kind of look the car over really detailed, and then we're going to pull open the drawing board and really start looking at some of the things that we want to improve. We're going to definitely check out what we can do to get a little bit more power. We have some tuning to do, and then we're going to see if the suspension's optimized. I'm really excited to actually go back and look at some of that data. You're on track so frequently, you don't have time to really open up all the data and look really detailed. That's one huge thing that I'm going to be doing between now and the next Gridlife.
Kevin's 10th Gen Civic caught the attention of several drivers and car enthusiasts at Mid-Ohio. After many months of refining this race car, the Acuity team found it rewarding to be receiving so much positive feedback on our performance at our first event.
We really love it when people come up to the car at the events to ask us questions, to try to understand how we're making this Civic Coupe go so fast. But you can also kind of follow our progress for the updates that we're making to the car and all the things that it takes to push this car to the limit on my Instagram. Anytime if you have questions, feel free to reach out through DMs. I really enjoy getting to talk with the people that are paying attention to the things that we're doing. It feels good to me to be able to give back to some of the things that I've done because I've made a lot of mistakes and I don't want everybody else to have to make the same one. So definitely check us out on Instagram at Kevin Boehm.
Kevin's times were incredibly impressive. He was keeping up with cars that were much more capable, much more power, much more tire. So we can only imagine that when we retune the car, pick up about another 100 horsepower, with Kevin's driving abilities, it should become incredibly competitive. I'm really excited about everything that we've done this weekend, and I'm feeling really optimistic about the rest of the season. Very excited to see what he does at Gingerman in May.